Stalker here. So I thought I'd share with you my third story about the other racing going on during the Victoria Day sprints, and that involved the Porsche 944 Cup. Back in the 80s, Porsche introduced a new model called the 944, which is a very popular sports car. It wasn't as expensive as a lot of the other cars they made, so it became more available to more people, and they decided to build a racing series about it. So you know, a lot of guys were buying the Porsche 944s to either get into racing or to just to plain have fun. And you know, it was pretty good racing. It was pretty good racing, and very competitive, because nobody actually had a horsepower advantage because they were all stock cars. And then they came to Mosport, and I don't know what was in the water at Mosport, but there was some serious stupid juice going around there. And I didn't get to see the race. I actually got to watch it on television a couple weeks later, but we saw the after effects. These guys started bumping and grinding like they were NASCAR racers or demolition derby guys, because there was cars coming back in with serious body damage, and like, it wasn't just one or two people doing it, it was like almost everybody was doing it. They actually red flagged the race because there was debris on the road and on the track, and they I guess they had a riders meeting and read them the riot act, because it's, you know, this is racing, not demolition derby. And a couple of guys came by were filling me in, because at the time I was actually working on a friend's bike, so I couldn't actually go and see what was going on. But apparently the race organizer was very unhappy. Now, the interesting part about it was there was this young racer from Thornhill called Paul Tracy, who was racing in this series, and he actually pulled out of the race because he said, like, these guys are idiots. They were bashing up cars right, left, and center, and it was quite a mess. Like, I saw cars coming back in with half the bodywork on one side of the car completely gone, like just missing, because it got like hooked up with another car and they just got ripped off, and it was pretty messy. But the interesting part is, you know, later on, Paul Tracy actually, you know, had more than once been accused in IndyCar of being a little bit of a rough racer, and I thought that was pretty funny, because considering that, you know, when he started off, he didn't want to mix it up with those guys. But you know, as you get a little more knowledge and skill, some things don't bother you as much later on. But it was kind of interesting to see these. I think they were like $40,000 or something what the Porsche 944s were selling. To put that in perspective, my Chevy Blazer that I bought new was driving at that time was like $15,000, and like a fully loaded one was like about $17,000. So you know, it wasn't. These cars were not cheap, but it was an interesting weekend, to say the least. Anyways, just a little short story about some of the other stuff going on at the racetrack. Hope you enjoyed it. DeathsStalker signing out.